Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast on YouTube. Now, most of you out there probably know I have another YouTube channel. It's DIY Mississippi Film Works. And that's my channel where I go to independent wrestling shows in my local area. Or kind of in my local area. I've been as far west as like Texas, the Fort Worth area. I've been as far east as, I don't know if Birmingham or Chickasaw, Alabama is further east. I have filmed matches in 4 states. I'm a huge wrestling fan, but I use that for my matches. I use that channel to put up my matches. I film in interviews and stuff like that. But I realized I ain't really ever reviewed much wrestling stuff on this channel. So this is probably one of my favorite releases ever from WWE Home Video. And I've had this one for quite a long time. This is WWE World Wrestling Entertainment presents The Rise and Fall of ECW. 2-disc set, TVMA. And when is this from? When did this come out? 2004, so this is 15 years ago. ECW, ECW, ECW. A chant still heard in arenas across the world. ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, redefined professional wrestling in the 90s with a reckless, brutal, death-defying, and often bloody style that came to be known as hardcore. It attracted a rabid cult-like following and is still going strong today. This 6-hour, 2-disc set follows the rise and eventual demise of the company that raised the bar and revolutionized sports entertainment forever. DVD extras, 7 bonus matches including the Pitbulls versus Raven and Stevie Richards, Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Psychosis, Mikey Whipwreck versus the Sandman, Too Cold Scorpio versus Sabu, and then these last 3 have alternate commentary. Tommy Dreamer versus Raven, Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow, and Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn. Shows you all this. PlayStation 2 compatible. Alright, ECW was like the 3rd big fed in the United States from about 94 to 2000s when they folded, 2000, 99, somewhere around there. They were known for doing stuff that other feds weren't doing. They were using a lot of modern like metal and rap music. They were very violent, a lot of cussing. It's kind of like the punk rock wrestling. I first discovered ECW through the wrestling magazines. There'd be big ads from RF Video. You advertise ECW, and I got a few tapes there. And then I got lucky enough. I had a friend whose uncle, I think it was, had one of the big C-band satellites. Not these little mini satellites you see nowadays, like from Dish Network and all that. The big C-band was the huge ones, that you had to have it turn from satellite to satellite. And he got this channel called the Sunshine Network. It was a sports channel out of Florida, and the Sunshine Network showed ECW. So that's how I really got to see it, and then of course pay-per-view and all that. So when this came out, I had to get it. I already had 2 other ECW DVDs at the time. Now, of course, this is 2 discs. It's TVMA because there was cussing. There was never any planned nudity, but there was some accidental. And we got a nice little booklet. And this is one of the few wrestling DVDs I've held on to. I've sold most of my WWE stuff. I've sold now because I just don't ever rewatch it. This gets rewatched. Nice little booklet. Let's see what we got on this side. Chapters talking about everything. We got our extras. And and the other thing about ECW was that at the time, WWE was focusing on big guys and it was kind of cartoony. ECW is the reason why nowadays, you have Lucha Libre is popular in the United States. I'm a huge Lucha Libre fan. If it wasn't for ECW, guys like Rey Mysterio Jr., ECW, and the When Worlds Collide pay-per-view, I'll go ahead and give that credit to you. Guys like Rey Mysterio Jr., Psychosis, all these different luchadors got known in the States. And they also helped get wrestlers like the late great Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and he who shall not be named a lot of times, Chris Benoit, got them their first big recognition in the States. Chris Jericho became better known because of ECW. So much. Rob Van Dam, Jerry Lynn, Taz, Mike Awesome, Tommy Dreamer. All these guys. ECW Paul Heyman was really good at taking wrestlers that nobody else was using or that had issues and magnifying their positives, downplaying their negatives. Like, trying to think. Oh, a perfect example. The Public Enemy. Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge. These 2 guys have been wrestling. By the time they hit ECW, they've been wrestling for quite a while. And just were never really getting over, And then they made them, 2 white guys that from the street and were into rap, and they became huge in ECW. Go to WCW, kind of bomb. Don't do shit there. Go to WWF, and they're best known for a match where the Acolytes beat the living fuck out of them. But they shown in ECW, and that's one thing ECW was good about, was taking these guys and making them look like amazing stars. When you put them someplace else without the right booker and the right way of being handled, you could see the flaws. WWF at the time and WCW were not good at covering up the flaws. Like how, Taz looked amazing at ECW. He was beating the fuck out of him. He beat like an old UFC fighter named Paul Varlins. He comes to WWE, and within a few months, he's just another guy on the roster. ECW is a very, very neat thing, and I love me some ECW. I never got to go to a lot of events, sadly, because they just never ran anywhere near me. They were coming to Texas when I lived out there right before ECW folded and the show got canceled. And ECW, and that's another thing that made ECW, especially down where I live, so popular was, excuse me, unless you knew somebody, it's hard to tell to see this. You had to order the tapes from RF, and it was like $20 for a tape with 2 episodes, 2 1-hour-long episodes, and they were not in good quality. Because like they had a syndicated show, but it didn't air where I grew up at and where I lived until I was in my early 20s at all until like 2 weeks after I moved. Where I lived in Texas, it didn't air. I didn't get to see ECW regularly on TV until it was ECW on TNN, which is kind of the end of the run. I mean, hell, the first or second episode had the Dudleys leaving, and they're talking about, they won the tag belts, talking about how they're going to take the belts and lay them on the desk of Vince McMahon, and that pissed everybody off. And the big thing was, before then, the big feud in ECW had been for years and years, was Tommy Dreamer versus Raven. Built up to it, Tommy finally wins, Raven leaves, goes to WCW for years. And nobody knew it, but Raven had left WCW and shows up tonight. Him and Tommy Dreamer team up to beat the Dudleys for the title. Just so much great stuff here. So much great stuff. Great little set. I'm sure you can find this used fairly cheap, and it's worth it. It's plenty of good matches. I've held on. The documentary's okay. It's got a little bullshit in it, but you're dealing with Paulie, so you're always going to have a little bullshit. But definitely worth tracking down. Definitely worth watching. And, ECW. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. And for comments this time, if you watched ECW ever, tell me who your favorite ECW star was. Who was your favorite ECW? Me, solo, it'd be... Tag team, it's the Dudleys. The Dudleys are the Eliminators, but I prefer the Dudleys over. The Dudleys are just great. Solo, it'd be like RVD, Jerry Lynn, guys like that, But hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember, thumbs up. I give you info for what I want in comments, and subscribe. As always, there, recommend this channel to a friend. Bye-bye.